Right now, more local school districts are announcing their plans to resume classes this fall. We'll tell you who's now going online coming up.
Plus, just 3 weeks out from the Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee, we'll outline the new health safety guidelines.
And there are a few showers near La Crosse this morning. I'll tell you if they'll hold together long enough to make it into southern Wisconsin.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, July 28th. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Leah Linscheid is on vacation this week. Breaking overnight, the WAUNAKEE Community School District has decided all learning the first quarter of the school year will happen online. They'll then transition into a hybrid model at the start of the second quarter.
For parents who want their kids to stay virtual for the entire year, they will have that option. The board is still working out details of what the hybrid model will look like. They'll work on that plan over the next few weeks. They'll also have to consider how teachers will be able to take leave under the hybrid model. The district will hold another meeting next Monday at 6 o'clock to discuss how to handle sports and co-curriculars.
And in a 4-2 vote last night, the Verona School Board voted to start the school year all virtual with the exception of K2, which will have half days for 4 consecutive days. The board then voted unanimously in favor of delaying the start of the school year to September 8th, so staff has time to prepare. The district also discussed the future of fall sports, but decided against making any decisions before hearing how other districts in Dane County are approaching their seasons. Also breaking overnight, Madison police investigating after they say a stolen car crashed into a home on Whitney Way. This is a live picture at that damage right now. Pretty substantial. It happened just after 1 o'clock this morning, a few blocks south of the Beltline. Police say multiple other law enforcement agencies were chasing the car before it crashed into that home. The driver was under the age of 18 and was arrested. Madison police tell us luckily nobody was hurt.
Well, we are 3 weeks away now from the scaled-down Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee. And the DNC committee has a new list of health procedures after consulting with public health officials. Attendees will have to wear a mask, agree to daily COVID-19 testing, and fill out a daily questionnaire that they're not experiencing symptoms. Attendees traveling from outside the Milwaukee area are encouraged to get tested before heading to the city and self-isolating for a minimum of 72 hours before traveling. According to multiple media outlets, the DNC will feature 2 hours, just 2 hours of primetime programming on each of the 4 nights of the event, which happens between August 17th and August 20th. That event will air from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. Central Time each night.
At least 4 police departments across the state are withdrawing their commitment to help Milwaukee police with law enforcement duties during the DNC. They say it's because of new directives put on Milwaukee's police chief by the Fire and Police Commission. Last Monday, the FPC gave Milwaukee's chief directives for his department, including one to discontinue the use of things like tear gas and pepper spray to disperse groups of people during protests. A spokesperson for the DNC host committee says they're continuing to work with local law enforcement and Secret Service to ensure a safe and secure event.
A venue change for the first presidential debate set for September 29th. The University of Notre Dame says it is pulling out. Officials said it's because of coronavirus concerns. The debate will now be held at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. In a statement, Notre Dame's president said that the health precautions needed ahead of the debate would greatly diminish the educational value of hosting it. Wisconsin's primary election 2 weeks away, but you can start voting today. People who live in Madison can start casting ballots, absentee ballots, at a number of drive-up locations this morning. The city set up the drive-through voting option after looking at their process for the election back in April. Absentee ballot clerks will be wearing protective equipment, and they'll give you a disinfected pen and a clipboard. IDs will be checked through your window. There are more than a dozen drive-through locations across the city. We have a list of those up over at channel3000.com.
Take a look at this video trending on social media this morning. Several people have shared it, claiming it's part of the border wall in Texas being knocked down by Hurricane Hannah over the weekend. But this is not true. It does show part of the wall falling down, but according to Customs and Border Protection, this happened back in June in New Mexico. CBP says they are not aware of any damage to the wall from Hurricane Hannah.
3 days left in the month, and Hattie, it has been a wet one.
Yeah, your rain gauge probably getting a workout this month. Here's a look at total rain so far in Madison. Over 7.5 inches this month. That puts us almost 4 inches above normal for this time in July. So it has been a very wet month. We do have a chance to add some more rain to that total. Will not likely add a whole lot, but there is that chance today. Here's a look at future track precipitation potential. Generally pretty light, but what you're seeing is that we're seeing a lot of light scattered shower activity through the afternoon and evening. Any higher thunderstorm activity could produce a quick ½ inch or more of rain, but everyone's seeing just maybe at least a little bit of rain. Now this morning on the radar map, we are keeping our eye on some showers that are back towards La Crosse. As they push into southern Wisconsin, they tend to weaken and fall apart pretty quickly. Areas north and west of Madison, though, may see those raindrops yet this morning. On a wider scale, most of the focus for rain is really well off to our east and south along a stronger cold front. But here across the upper Midwest, there's a weak cold front that sits right across the state. As it sinks to the south today, it'll provide maybe just enough lift for a few of those showers or isolated thunderstorms to develop here in southern Wisconsin. Best time frame will be during the peak heating hours between 2 and 9 p.m. A live look in the Platteville area this morning. This is thanks to our Queen Bee Radio sky camera. No clouds there just yet, mostly clear skies. In Platteville, you're starting off at 63 degrees this morning. In the Dells, you're up to 60. Last hour, 59. 64 here in Madison. Our temperature is still dropping. Take a look at our future track forecast model. It'll stay pretty quiet through the rest of the morning hours. Future track hinting at just those few light sprinkles north and west. Overall, though, through the lunch hour, pretty quiet across southern Wisconsin. Clouds will likely increase for the afternoon. And here are those hit and miss showers and isolated thunderstorms popping up for the afternoon and then lasting through the evening time frame. So if you do have plans outside this evening, keep an eye on the radar map. You may get a few showers. Those rain chances, though, really move to the south overnight and come to an end for us by Wednesday. Take a look at this quiet forecast coming up. Really nothing but partly sunny skies for the next several days through the weekend into the first part of next week. High temperatures will be pretty consistent as well in the lower 80s. Cannot wait, guys. What a great stretch of weather.
I don't know if it gets much better than that this time of year. Thanks, Addie. Hey, Wisconsin could hit 50,000 total cases of coronavirus later today. Health officials are confirming 780 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. That puts the statewide cumulative total just over 49,600. Yesterday's total fell from 957 new cases Sunday. COVID-19 deaths in the state are now at nearly 900. DHS says 8.5% of new tests came back positive in the past day. That's a slight drop from Sunday's 9.6%. Almost 10,000 cases are still active in the state, including about 880 in Dane County.
A new study shows coronavirus could be responsible for millions of children suffering from malnutrition. A new analysis from UNICEF projects the virus will lead to acute malnutrition in nearly 7 million children this year. It says even short lockdowns can cause major disruptions in getting food to those who need it in low-income countries. The organization is also forecasting the virus will be responsible for nearly 130,000 additional deaths in children under age 5. Most of those will occur in the sub-Saharan Africa. United Nations leaders are calling for governments, the private sector, and individual donors to respond quickly. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un says with their effective nuclear deterrent, there will be no more war. Kim made that statement in his address marking the nation's Victory Day celebration. According to state-run media, Kim stressed that his country is now able to defend itself against threats from, quote, imperialists and hostile forces. And if anyone underestimates North Korea, quote, they will pay the price.
27 states are now warning residents about unsolicited packages of seeds found in their mailboxes. Told you about this yesterday. Agriculture departments in those states say the seeds appear to have come from China. According to the New York Times, some of these packages are coming labeled as jewelry or toys. We are checking to see if any of these packages have been sent to Wisconsin. Law enforcement officials believe these packages could be part of a scam Chinese vendors are using to boost online shopping ratings.
Just about 6:09 this morning, and a look at your first warn traffic. As we take a look at the Madison map right now, we're seeing a little bit more traffic volume picking up along East Washington Avenue. So far, so good on the Beltline. There's your inbound drive times moving at posted speeds as we kick off this Tuesday. That's your first warn traffic.
6:09. Coming up, we're hearing from artists who are upset about their murals being defaced on State Street.
And less than a week into the shortened baseball season, one team is already dealing with an outbreak. How the league plans to respond when we come back.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Pull into your driveway in style. Relax by the pool in luxury. And give your front porch the facelift it needs with TSR Concrete Coatings, Wisconsin's premier concrete coatings contractor. Get beautiful concrete coatings installed in as little as 1 day. Customizable and easy to clean. See the before and now the after. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than regular epoxy. They won't chip, crack, or peel. They're impact resistant and UV stable. Now check out these savings. Save 15% on your concrete coating project. Ask about 12 months, same as cash. TSR Nation is growing by the day with satisfied customers throughout Wisconsin, and we want you to be a part of it. As a special bonus, call during this program and receive a free TSR swag pack with your concrete coating project. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Now during the Chevy Open Road Sales Event, get up to 15% of MSRP cash back on select 2020 models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. It's time to find new roads again.
Lately, we found new ways to support and care for each other. And while every gesture counts, so too does every dollar. That's why American Family Insurance is returning $425 million to our customers. This includes a 10% savings for all current and new auto customers for the rest of the year. We hope this does your world some good and reminds you that supporting your dreams means the world to us. Contact your agent or go to amfam.com to learn about more ways to save.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah.
I'm a new customer.
What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
I love that. But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere.
I'm on like sub-level Z of this parking garage.
And it still works. It's crazy.
Sir, you're going into signal shock, very common with new customers. Just breathe with me, okay? Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
Choose fair.
Welcome back at 6:12 this morning. Right now, we're hearing from many local artists upset after finding their downtown artwork had been defaced.
Obviously angry a bit. Like I felt like, this is my expression as well as other people.
Darius, a Milwaukee artist, says he drove back to Madison to fix his mural after defund the police was changed to read defend the police. We reached out to Madison Central Business Improvement District to get an update on their plans for the downtown murals, which many were commissioned by the city after downtown riots, but haven't heard back yet.
Madison police say 2 people are now in custody for their connection to the attack of a state senator last month. It happened during a night of violent protest. Milwaukee Democratic Senator Tim Carpenter tweeted this video back in June showing the moment the attack happened. Well, this morning, thanks to the help of the community, a detective was able to identify the 2 persons of interest. Both turned themselves in yesterday. 26-year-old Samantha Hamer and 33-year-old Karida O'Reilly, both from Madison, were arrested for substantial battery, party to a crime, and robbery with use of force, party to a crime.
Out west this morning, the city of Portland's mayor and commissioner are asking for a meeting with Homeland Security to discuss the removal of federal officers from the city. A 1-sentence joint statement from the city officials is asking for a ceasefire in addition to the removal of officers. The federal officers are in Portland on orders from President Trump in efforts to end the nearly 2 months of protests. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler previously said he was not willing to meet with DHS, but tells the local paper he's changing his mind in hopes of putting an end to the destruction and violence. Oregon's U.S. attorney also calling for an end to the violence there. He's asking peaceful protesters to leave the protest area early before fireworks and damages begin. He says the nightly violence is, quote, destroying the soul of our city. That judge, however, is showing support for the deployed federal agents and says they will stay as long as the property damage continues.
A top National Guard official is set to testify before Congress today. It's on measures used against protesters in Washington, D.C. last month. He says officials used excessive force to clear out peaceful protesters. In a prepared testimony, D.C. National Guard Major Adam DeMarco says officers started removing these protesters from Lafayette Square 40 minutes before curfew. The major says the demonstrators were peacefully exercising their First Amendment rights. That corroborates eyewitness accounts, but contradicts administration officials. They say demonstrators were violent and unruly, and that's why these security forces used tear gas and rubber bullets on them. The United Kingdom's top rabbi is accusing Facebook and Twitter of being complicit in anti-Semitism. He says their inaction against hate speech online is irresponsible and, quote, cannot be allowed to stand. According to The Guardian, this comes after anti-Semitic posts over the weekend from British recording artist Wiley. The rabbi says Twitter did not act fast enough against the hate speech and only took down some of the tweets. Twitter has not responded to the comments. Facebook and Instagram say they will delete all content that violates its policies on hate speech.
Facebook has taken the European Union to court this morning, saying the EU is violating its employees' privacy. Facebook says regulators in the EU are asking broad questions beyond the scope of ongoing antitrust probes. Reuters says the social media company is asking the General Court in Luxembourg to intervene. Both the company and the EU have yet to comment on the alleged lawsuit.
Google telling its employees they can work from home until at least next July. This move comes as it makes Google the first major U.S. corporation to set such an extended timeline. Google appears to be bracing itself for a long pandemic that could prompt other businesses to follow suit. The decision is said to impact most of the roughly 200,000 full-time and contract employees. Meantime, Facebook, Twitter, and Shopify have all said that some employees can work from home permanently.
6:16 now. Hattie's out on the Hattie-O patio with a look at your forecast. And Hattie, it's crazy what 24 hours can do.
That's right. Yesterday at this time, it was still feeling pretty sticky across southern Wisconsin, but definitely feeling very nice. A great start for most areas this morning. We're keeping our eye on some light rain activity in and around La Crosse right now. Those showers are moving to the south and east pretty quickly, but they have been weakening as they begin to move into southern Wisconsin. So I don't have a lot of confidence that they'll actually hold together long enough to make it to us here in Madison. But areas in Richland Center may see a few raindrops yet this morning. Here's a look at your running forecast. If you want to run today, the morning is the best time of the day because during the afternoon and evening, we'll be watching some hit and miss showers and thunderstorms that may impact a run a little bit later on today. Temperatures, though, are going to be on the warm side. We'll top once again in the mid-80s this afternoon with partly sunny skies. Coming up, let's take a look at that weekend forecast in more detail. It's never too early to look ahead. I know we're a few days away, but I think you're going to like what we have in the forecast.
All right, I like that tease, Hattie. Thank you. Walmart, CVS, Home Depot, and other major retailers with mask mandates say they will still allow customers without masks to shop in their stores. The stores say this is in an effort to avoid confrontations between angry customers and their employees. Instead, they'll take different measures to remind or encourage mask use. This includes posting employees at doors to remind customers to wear masks, posting signs around stores, or offering drive-through and carry-out services as an alternative. Walmart says it will also be posting signs listing reasons why people may be exempt from wearing them.
Dick's Sporting Goods is the latest store to say it will be closed on Thanksgiving Day. The company said it would follow in the footsteps of other retailers such as Target and Walmart as the coronavirus pandemic forces major retailers to alter their upcoming holiday shopping plans. Dick's Sporting Goods will continue to give its employees a 15% pay bump through the end of the year.
The NHL says they have no positive coronavirus test results as they enter phase 4 of their return to play plan. The league says it administered more than 4,200 tests to 800 players in the last week. The NHL has only reported 2 positive tests in its reopening phases, according to ESPN. Both tests came back during training camps about 2 weeks ago. 24 teams participating in the summer tourney are now in their hub cities this morning. They'll play exhibition matches this week before tournament play starts on Saturday.
11 players and 2 coaches for the Miami Marlins have now tested positive for COVID-19. The Marlins are staying in Philadelphia right now, where they played 3 games over the weekend. Major League Baseball postponed 2 games last night because of the outbreak. The Marlins' home opener against Baltimore and the Yankees game at Philadelphia. They're also canceling today's Marlins game. The Marlins, who get negative test results today, will go on to play Baltimore on Wednesday. Those postponements came just days after the league kicked off its abbreviated 2020 season. League Commissioner Rob Manfred says this outbreak won't put an end to the season. Manfred told team owners that he believes the protocols they've put in place are adequate enough to keep players safe. The league says it's now planning to redouble health directives and reinforce on-field behavior prohibitions.
All right, 6:20 on a Tuesday morning, and still ahead for us. More school districts across the state are making plans for the fall. We'll tell you which ones are delaying and which ones will go online.
And how one donor is helping UW make the transition to a semester online. Stay with us. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. I tried every pillow out there and nothing worked. 15 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made MyPillow machine washable and dryable. I back MyPillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows, and nothing's worked like MyPillow.
I'm interrupting this commercial right now to give you deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but also my mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regular $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
I used to think that sheets were just sheets. I got the Giza Dream sheets. They are the most comfortable sheets I've ever had.
The Go Anywhere pillow is so easy to just roll up and take anywhere I want to go.
Go Anywhere pillow is really comfortable, so that's what I really like. It's nice and supportive, and it's nice and small.
The MyPillow topper, for the first time, has enabled me to have a cool night's sleep. I'm able to go to bed and just get rest.
That's 3 inches of wonderful that's in the MyPillow mattress topper. It's just like a firm cloud.
MyPillow helps me get a good night's sleep so I can do my job in the morning.
Go to MyPillow.com to get deep discounts, not just on my pillows, but so much more. For example, you get body pillows regular $89.99, now only $29.99, or MyPillow dog beds for as low as $19.99 with your promo code.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Seattle's pledge to defund its police department by 50%, even including a proposal to remove 911 dispatchers from police control.
Joe Biden said he's absolutely on board with defunding the police. Listen closely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, you've reached 911. I'm sorry that there is no one here to answer your emergency call, but leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Crime will rise significantly. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
Welcome back, 6:23 on a Tuesday morning, and let's take a look at my morning picture. This is from Thomas. He's calling them the fluffy clouds.
looks great. It looks very familiar.
I know.
So is there something familiar about this picture?
I did a double take. Thomas, where did you get this picture? Because it looks an awful lot like a background that we have in our weather system. If we can pull that background up right now, take a look. Behind me and you.
It looked like a still of that.
Yeah, it certainly did. Great picture nonetheless, though.
Are we able to bring Thomas's picture back up as a comparison? Here it is.
Ta-da!
Practically the same. That's great. Hey, thanks, Thomas, for sending this one in. We want to see what your morning looks like, folks. Snap a picture, post it on our social media pages. Make sure to use the hashtag MyNews3Morning, and we'll show our favorites on the air. So a lot of us have hard opinions about clowns. Love them. A lot of people hate them. We wanted to talk about a place in Nevada this morning that is trending online that got us talking. Check out the world-famous Clown Motel.
No.
In an article on Thrillist, they say it has 2,000 clowns and maybe some ghosts.
Why not?
So it makes sense because it's right next to a cemetery.
Of course.
So the guy who runs it says he often hears footsteps, knocking, and voices coming from unoccupied rooms.
I'm out.
No, not even setting foot in this place.
Oh my goodness.
I know. It's set in this small little town in a secluded part of Nevada, kind of out in the desert. It just has horror movie written all over it.
Why?
If you do get in trouble, there's no one coming to help you, right?
Who likes clowns? Like, that's what I want to...
The guy who runs this loves clowns. I was reading this article, and his mother used to tell him as a kid, when you're feeling down, just look at a clown.
No.
I like the ride.
Give me nightmares.
Yeah, a little too creepy for us.
Yeah, I'm not going there anytime too soon. I'll stick close
Hard
to
pass.
here.
Especially now with this weather, I feel like we've been like just too much heat lately.
Yeah, these are Chamber of Commerce type days. They'll be taking some pictures and putting this on brochures going forward. Here's a neat shot from the Edgewater sky camera.
Ooh, very nice.
Clouds moving in. No rain from these clouds just yet, but there is a chance that we'll see a few showers or even an isolated thunderstorm today. It'll be pretty hit and miss, and the best time frame will be for the afternoon, and especially during the evening time here in Madison. The rain threat ends overnight. Our temperatures today, though, will top in the mid-80s.
Very nice. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
Green Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You ever seen damage just disappear? Well, you're in luck. Act now. Mako is offering their best price guarantee. Uh-oh, better get Mako.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Join the National Muster Museum as Muster Day goes international with a Facebook live stream on Saturday, August 1st with cooking demos, music, museum tours, contests and prizes, and video greetings from mustard lovers around the world. Put your mustard on.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
The world needs people who fight for what's right. For us, that means fighting for you when an accident has turned your life upside down.
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place. So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can save for an emergency from here. Or pay bills from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank, or here's my bank, or here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. Visit chase.com/mobile.
The math is pretty simple during the back-to-school sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save 15% when you purchase any Denver Mattress Value Line mattress and Sleep Essentials package. Or save 10 to 15% on the Casper Bed-in-a-Box lineup. Choose between the Casper Original, Wave, or Nova. Plus, get free shipping right to your doorstep. And check out the Summit Queen, only $199.99, and 4 years, no interest financing. The back-to-school sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
You ever seen damage just disappear? Well, you're in luck. Act now. Mako is offering their best price guarantee. Uh-oh, better get Mako.
Right now, more schools are finalizing their reopening plans this morning. We'll tell you which ones are pushing back start dates and who's going online coming up.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Breaking overnight after meeting into the early morning hours, the WAUNAKEE Community School District decided it will start with virtual learning for the first quarter of the school year and then transition into a hybrid model at the start of the second quarter.
For parents who want to keep their kids virtual for the entire year, they will have that option. That board's still working out the details of what the hybrid model will look like, and they'll work on that over the next few weeks. They'll also have to consider how teachers will be able to take leave under the hybrid model.
The district will hold another meeting next Monday at 6 to discuss how to handle sports and co-curriculars. The Verona School District will also have a delayed all-virtual start except for K2 students. They'll have half days for 4 days in a row. The school year will now start on September 8th to allow teachers and staff some time to prepare. The district also discussed the future of fall sports, but decided against making any decisions before hearing how other districts in Dane County are approaching their seasons.
Several other districts in southern Wisconsin have already announced their reopening plans. In Dane County, Madison, Stoughton, Sun Prairie, and Middleton Cross Plains are all starting virtually. WAUNAKEE, as we told you, will have teachers hold classes virtually from their classrooms before switching to a hybrid model in the second quarter. Belleville schools would do a half-day hybrid model. In Rock County, it looks a little different. Most schools there are leaving it up to families. If you want to see what your school reopening plan is or check them throughout the area, we have an extensive list up right now. Just go to channel3000.com.
More school districts across the state are also announcing reopening plans as well. Appleton students will be going back to the classroom, but specific plans depend on grade level. The Post-Crescent reports early childhood through 4th grade will be in person 5 days a week. Grades 5 through 12 will do a hybrid model where 2 days will be in school, 3 days will be virtual. All students would be required to wear masks. Lacrosse students will start the year virtually. The district announced virtual instruction will last through September. At that point, the Lacrosse Tribune reports administrators would reevaluate the plan for the rest of the school year. Schools in the UW system will be getting a big boost this semester. It's all because of an anonymous donor. This person donated $2 million. It's going to help with online learning this fall. UW plans to use the money to train staff in online teaching and give students laptops and tablets. System schools plan to reopen with a mix of online and in-person classes. Leaders of historically black colleges and universities are grappling with how to reopen their campuses to a demographic that's especially vulnerable to COVID-19. Black people are dying at 2.5 times the rate of white people. Politico reports a growing number of HBCUs are opting for online-only instructions because of those health concerns. But this still puts some students at risk. In the spring, some students were forced to try to finish assignments on cell phones or write them on paper and send them back in the mail because of lack of internet access. The City of Madison Finance Committee is pushing back its decision on whether the Madison Police Department can get military gear from the federal government. The proposal would ban the department from getting the gear, which includes armored vehicles, respirator masks, and night vision technology. That gear would all be free to the department except for shipping costs. The State Journal reports the committee is pushing back the decision so some members can come up with an alternative policy that would only ban some equipment like weapons and ammo. The founder of Black Lives Matter is putting pressure on Democrats to be more bold in their approach to police brutality and racial injustice. Patrice Cullors spoke at the DNC's virtual party platform meeting, proposing 10 amendments addressing reforms to the legal system and environment
as well as reparations. Axios reports Color's demands come as activists put more pressure on the DNC and presumptive nominee Joe Biden to transform the party into one that's that they feel meets the moment. Delegates and members of the DNC will vote on the party's platform at the convention in Milwaukee. As voters prepare for a new kind of election day during the pandemic, a group of black activists are pointing to Georgia's primary as an example of what shouldn't happen in the fall. Black Votes Matter co-founder Latosha Brown says there was a major difference in what she saw at white polling sites compared to majority black polling sites. She says that she waited 3 hours to cast her ballot at her polling place, but when she went to help a voter in a majority white area, there was no line or wait. A combination of voting machine breakdowns and polling place consolidations in majority black metro areas contributed to those wait times.
Continuing coverage now, we might not be able to see or hear any of the trials of the former officers charged in George Floyd's death. In a letter filed this week, the state says it doesn't consent to video or audio coverage for any of those cases, but wouldn't say why. Under Minnesota law, a judge can allow recordings if both sides allow it. The judge hasn't ruled on this yet, but because of the filing, it's unlikely cameras will be allowed. Cameras haven't been allowed during any pretrial hearings. Derek Chauvin, Tu Tao, J. Alexander Quang, and Thomas Lane will all go to trial in March.
All right, let's check in with Hattie McLean with what we need to know today. Hey, Hattie.
Good morning, Chris and Josh. Well, what you need to know is that temperatures are going to be back in the 80s today and the foreseeable future. Our temperatures stay on the warm side going into next week. Now, really, our only chance for rain right now comes this afternoon and evening. You may hear some rumbles of thunder. It'll be hit and miss showers and thunderstorms later today. After that, it's a dry forecast Wednesday to Wednesday. And again, hopefully we won't need to make any changes to that, but looking pretty quiet going forward. Here's a look at Doppler track this morning. I've been keeping my eye on these showers moving out of Minnesota, working their way into west central Wisconsin. They have been diminishing, but a couple of them holding together through the CROSSE area yet this morning. Here's a closer look at southern Wisconsin, and again, areas north of Richland Center towards Viroqua may be seeing those light sprinkles at this hour. These showers are likely to continue to diminish as they make their way towards south central Wisconsin. Temperatures are a little cooler as you start your day this morning, by about 5 to almost 15 degrees in some spots. We're down a little bit from this time yesterday. Here are the current numbers. 64 here in Madison. In the Dells, it's 62. You're up a couple of degrees since last hour. 63 right now in Janesville. Dew points, though, have been holding steady over the last several hours. They're right around 60 degrees, so it's not going to be terribly humid today. Take a look at your future track forecast model. Again, some clouds moving in from the north and west. Not likely to see a lot of that rain continue, though, this morning. Better chances this afternoon for some spotty showers and thunderstorms to pop up, mainly north of Dane County. They'll work their way southward as we go through the afternoon and evening time frame, and then come to an end overnight. Again, not a guarantee that you'll see that rain, but there is a chance. Most areas picking up less than 1/4 of an inch, although some of those stronger thunderstorms may produce a quick 1/2 inch of rain. Your extended forecast after today looking very quiet. As I mentioned, no chances for rain, just partly sunny skies with high temperatures near 80 degrees. Nighttime lows pretty comfortable as well, so hopefully you'll be able to give the AC a break. We're having a little discussion in my house about that right now.
Oh my, nice break indeed. All right, Hattie, thank you. 6:37 right now. We're continuing to follow breaking news this morning as residents on Madison's west side wake up to a big hole in their home. This is a live picture at the scene right now. Madison police say a kid driving a stolen car crashed into the home along Whitney Way, a few blocks off the Beltline, around 1 o'clock this morning. Several other police departments had been chasing the kid before they crashed. Police arrested the driver and found rifle ammo in the stolen car. Amazingly, no one was hurt in that crash.
As many businesses and organizations continue to struggle during the pandemic, nonprofits are being hit especially hard. The National Council of Nonprofits estimates that 1.6 million people have lost their jobs in that sector in the past 3 months. 13% of nonprofits have been forced to put their businesses on hold. The council's president says the situation is dire.
We're often referred to as the good people, the angels who are out there doing things. Well, I'm here to tell you that angels have to pay their rent. Angels have to pay their utilities. Angels have to pay their employees. Angels do have costs.
The Federal Reserve is introducing a new lending program where small and medium-sized businesses can apply for program loans. More information on that is up right now at the Federal Reserve's website.
Coronavirus cases in kids is continuing to rise this morning in one of the nation's hotspots. For kids in Florida between the ages of 14 and 17, cases are up by 36%. This age group also makes up the majority of children who are hospitalized at 34%. Positivity rate in children is also going up, increasing by 1% over the past week. The state still has plans to have schools reopen for in-person classes this fall. Florida now has more than 432,000 confirmed cases. New this morning, researchers say people who wear face masks in public are usually the ones who also take other health precautions seriously. Some experts have worried face coverings would create a false sense of security, but a review of existing evidence finds this might not be the case. The study suggests wearing masks doesn't reduce the amount of time someone washes their hands. In reality, hand washing rates were actually higher among people who wore masks.
Interesting. 6:39 right now. Viral video this morning showing a packed charity concert from over the weekend in New York. It was the Safe and Sound concert happening in the Hamptons Saturday. Now, it was promoted as a drive-in music experience where guests could sit in spaced out areas to watch the performances. This was a big chain smokers concert. As you could see, people were not socially distancing and pretty much everybody's out of their cars. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo shared this video saying the Department of Health will investigate the incident. He says the state has no tolerance for this kind of illegal and reckless endangerment of public health.
6:40 right now. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic as you head out the door. There's a look at Dane County right now. Looks like no traffic or major incidents to speak of. Looks like we do have a stalled vehicle on the interstate. I'll have some details for you coming up in the morning sprint on that. There's your major drive times as far as the highways goes, moving at posted speeds. Let's take a live look outside as we kick off the second day of the work week. We've got some more comfortable conditions to deal with. Finally, folks, get outside and enjoy it today. Hattie will have details on when you might need that umbrella, though, coming up after the break.
And the Brew Crew back on track. We'll break down an explosive ninth inning to push the game into extra innings. What you missed after you went to sleep, that's coming up right after the break.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our community.
As you look forward to the future, Beaver Dam Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues building and bringing stability to families through homeownership. As area families experience hardships, Habitat provides a pathway to financial security and independence. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
New Colgate Optic White Renewal removes 10 years of yellow stains. That's like all the way back to 2010.
Their jeans, their leggings, their jeggings.
Whoa. Remove 10 years of yellow stains with new Colgate Optic White Renewal.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
On the next Live Before, we'll have the latest coronavirus news from UW's Dr. Jeff Potoff.
And Consumer Reports says grilling doesn't have to be just burgers and dogs. They'll show us some new foods you can grill.
Madison Magazine is recognizing amazing nurses for their courage and commitment during the COVID-19 pandemic. Go to MadisonMagazine.com and nominate a nurse for going above and beyond the call of duty. Deadline for submissions is August 17.
Welcome back at 6:44. The Brewers are now 2-2 so far this season after a late-night extra innings win that included a 2-hour rain delay.
Yeah, bottom of the ninth here. Brewers down 2, and there's Ryan Braun sending a shot down the line for a 2-run double to tie it all up at 5. 11th inning we go. Eric Sogard came through with a huge double to drive in the go-ahead run. Brewers go on to win this one 6-5. They'll play the Pirates again tonight at 6.
Yeah, the Pirates pitching wasn't much better than Dr. Anthony Fauci's.
Oh, come on.
Even though he won't be the next Clayton Kershaw, he's still getting some recognition this morning. The nation's top infectious disease expert now has his own baseball card. Within the first 24 hours of it being available to buy, get this, more than 51,000 people bought one.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's an all-time print record for Topps, the company who prints the cards. Dr. Fauci threw out the season's first pitch at the Nationals game on opening day.
Yeah, looks like that's a good shot.
That's a very good shot.
Yeah, it looks great. It's
looks like he knows what he's doing.
Right before the ball went way offline there. But hey, he doesn't need to know how to pitch. He's trying to lead the nation out of this pandemic right now.
So
He's got
we'll let it
bigger
slide.
fish to fry, right? Yeah, so let's talk about the tropics. It's been pretty active so far, and we're keeping our eye on another area in the Atlantic right now. This is in the central Atlantic, about 750 miles east of the Windward Islands. Likely development, though, over the next couple of days, about an 80% chance that this will turn into a cyclone, a named cyclone, and then it may impact the coastline somewhere in the U.S. So again, we'll keep our eyes on it over the next couple of days and as we head into next week. Right now, though, things are pretty quiet around here. Been watching some cloud cover move into the Madison area over the last couple of hours. Here's the live look from the Edgewater Skycam this morning. It's 64 here in Madison, 62 in Boscobel, Platteville, as well as the Dells. Our dew points today are going to hold steady in the lower 60s, which is good news. That's tolerable, a little humid, but not terrible. Here's a look at your day planner temperatures. We're headed to a high of 84 later on this afternoon. You might want to grab that umbrella before you step out the door this morning. There is a chance for some hit-and-miss showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. Coming up, we'll take a closer peek at that weekend forecast. I think you're really going to like it.
Crazy how low 60 dew points actually feel tolerable now after.
Such a difference.
I know. You know, I have family on the west side of Colorado, and they like to joke with me. They typically have relative humidity around 4 to maybe 10%. They get up to 15%, and that's high.
Oh my.
We don't
It's
ever
not
get
the
down that
heat,
low.
it's the humidity, right?
Yes.
You said it.
All right, Hattie, thank you. Well, don't go anywhere. The morning sprint is coming up right after the break.
But first, it's July 28th, so we want to say happy birthday to Emery, Blaine, and all the kiddos turning 3 today with us. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
Seattle's pledge to defund
its police department by 50%, even including a proposal to remove 911 dispatchers from police control.
Joe Biden said he's absolutely on board with defunding the police. Listen closely.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, you've reached 911. I'm sorry that there is no one here to answer your emergency call, but leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Crime will rise significantly. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Hercules. I have been expecting you.
And I brought you a gift so you can fight properly. Red Bull.
Oh,
How nice.
of you.
But also
Rather.
stupid.
Mine.
Mine.
No, mine.
No, mine.
Mine. Red Bull gives you wings.
Whether it's your morning cup of coffee or waiting for mom and dad to come home, our windows will provide endless possibilities to your daily routine here at Mad City Windows. Now would be a great time to take advantage of our summer spectacular sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. Zero down, zero payments, and zero interest for 18 months. A bonus. Buy 7 or more premium windows and get a patio door installed for free. Ask about our virtual online estimate. Call now to get a $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your estimate.
Stop into Rubens today for our annual Made in America sale. Our manufacturers have given Rubens generous discounts on all furniture made in America. Choose from beautiful sofas, chairs, and sectionals for your home. Soft leather in hundreds of colors are yours for the choosing. Solid maple, cherry, and other gorgeous bedroom pieces are also on sale. Remember, our manufacturers have given Rubens generous discounts on all furniture made in America. Hurry in today for Rubens Made in America sale on now.
If someone came to you and asked, what are you invested in? Would your answer be about mutual funds and money markets? Or would it be mutual relationships and farmers markets? Maybe both. At Thrivent, we believe money is a tool, not a goal. And with the right guidance, it can afford you a life rich in meaning and gratitude. By gaining financial clarity today, you can thrive with purpose tomorrow. To learn more, text THRIVE to 484848 or visit Thrivent.com.
When you think Honda, think Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
6:50, time for the morning sprint.
And we start with breaking news this morning. Take a look right here. Madison police are investigating after they say a kid drove a stolen car right into this house. You're taking a live look at the scene. This was on Whitney Way, just a few blocks south of the Beltline. It happened around 1 o'clock this morning. Police arrested the driver and found rifle ammo in the stolen car. No one was hurt in the crash.
We're expecting to surpass 50,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Wisconsin at some point today. Right now, we have more than 49,600. We're seeing a considerable drop in daily confirmed cases, with 780 confirmed yesterday. Almost 10,000 Wisconsin cases are still active, including about 880 in Dane County.
A free COVID-19 testing event in the Wisconsin Dells is canceled. Sauk County Public Health says the parking lot where the testing was set to happen is no longer available. There are still several free testing sites in the county, including the Spring Green Fire Station, Reedsburg Ambulance, and Merrimack Fire and Rescue.
Wisconsin is now one of the 19 states included in Chicago's quarantine list. Mayor Lori Lightfoot says people returning from the state will have to quarantine for 14 days starting later this week. According to our affiliate in Chicago, no one in the city has been fined for failing to quarantine so far.
The city of Milton could implement a mask mandate soon. The city council will discuss this tonight. In a memo sent out last week, the mayor said if an action is passed, she'll encourage wearing masks within city limits. A virtual meeting starts at 6 o'clock. Baraboo will also take up a potential mask mandate. The city's common council will meet at 7 o'clock tonight. On the agenda is adopting a policy for wearing masks in the city. The Sauk County Board previously determined they couldn't issue a mask mandate and left it up to individual cities to decide on their own. As of this morning, it's still unclear what exactly this could look like.
The future of MLB season is questionable as the Miami Marlins deal with a coronavirus outbreak on their team. The league is postponing 3 games and looking into other options as 11 players and 2 coaches tested positive. The Marlins' home opener against the Orioles has been postponed, and they won't play their game scheduled for tonight either.
The late Representative John Lewis will lay in state at the state capitol, or the U.S. Capitol again today. Live look at Washington this morning. The civil rights icon's body will be brought to the Georgia state capitol tomorrow, where it will lay in state again. He is the first black lawmaker to lay in state in the Capitol Rotunda. When asked if he would stop by and pay his respects, President Trump says he wouldn't be going.
Attorney General William Barr will testify before the House Judiciary Committee today about recent protests in Portland. In a copy of his prepared remarks, Barr is expected to say the demonstrations are an assault on the government of the United States. He also plans to accuse Democratic members of the committee of trying to discredit him.
Lawmakers are working to come up with a compromise on the next coronavirus relief bill. Senate Republicans introduced their plan yesterday. It would provide another $1,200 check for anyone making less than $75,000 a year. It also includes money dedicated to a White House plant here. This is a $2 billion project to build a new D.C. headquarters for the FBI. There is a bunch of money in here for the military as well. It would reduce the weekly unemployment payments from $600 to $200.
Over $40 million will be heading to 12,000 Wisconsin farmers. The Wisconsin Farm Support Program is funded by the CARES Act and will allow each farmer to get $3,500. There's almost $9 million left from the first round of that program, and another round is on the way. The second one is open to farmers whose gross income is between $10,000 and $5 million. Applications will be accepted starting August 10th and will close on the 24th. Breaking overnight, Madison police are investigating after a house was hit by bullets on Crestline Drive off of East Washington Avenue overnight. Residents say their window was hit by a single bullet that went into their closet just before 10 o'clock last night. Officers found the bullet when they got there and looked around for more evidence. No arrests have been made.
The Rock County Medical Examiner's Office has identified the two men believed to have drowned in Rock County over the weekend. 22-year-old Cornell Tucker and 23-year-old Dylan Geis were found in a pond in the town of Rock Saturday. Both of them are from Beloit.
If you've gotten a mysterious package of seeds in the mail recently, you should not plant them. Several states are issuing warnings after residents reported the packages. They came from China and typically have Chinese characters on the label. Some state ag departments say the seeds could be an invasive plant species and could cause serious damage to our environment. It's unclear who is sending them and why they're being sent out. If you get them, you're asked to contact the Office of Plant Industry Services.
Wisconsin's primary elections are 2 weeks away, but you can start voting today. People who live in Madison can start casting absentee ballots at a number of drive-up locations. The city set up these drive-through options after looking at the process for the election back in April. There are more than a dozen drive-through locations in the area. We have a list of them up right now at channel3000.com.
6:55 and a check of your first warn traffic this morning. If you're heading out the door, Dane County looking good, but we do have one incident in Rock County. This is the southbound lanes of I-39, a stalled vehicle right after Highway 11. We'll keep our eye on this and see if there are any delays throughout the morning. That's your first warn traffic.
And your first warn weather forecast, still watching those showers that are holding together through Vernon County right now, getting ready to move into Richland Center within the next couple of minutes. Probability of precipitation pretty low, but it does ramp up towards the lunch hour here in Madison and through the afternoon and evening. Your Metro Futurecast has a high of 84 today with those hit and miss showers and thunderstorms. Here's a peek at that weekend forecast, looking absolutely perfect right now.
Thanks, Hattie, and thanks for joining us. Make it a great day.